evening. Welcome to Education News Tonight. In tonight's report, Katie Chatham explores a growing educational methodology called field-based learning. Hello, Katie. What have you discovered about this new trend in education?
Good evening. In tonight's report, I am going to investigate a growing educational methodology called field-based learning. Field-based learning is when students learn in a real-world setting outside of the classroom. I asked two local elementary school students what they thought field-based learning was. What do you think field-based learning is?
Going on field trip.
Okay.
Going out to a baseball field, then ask the coach how to run 50 bases.
The California State Business School at Monterey Bay states that field-based learning combines hands-on course learning with interactive out-of-class experience, where students apply knowledge gained in the classroom and put it to use in the community through a variety of ways, including real-world course projects, service learning, internships, and mentored work experiences. This methodology has been used for years in the disciplines of social work, geography, and earth sciences. But should it be extended to other fields or used in lower education and in primary schools? Some of the many benefits of field-based learning include connections being made between the classroom and real-world learning, development of critical thinking skills, and higher understanding and application of learned material. It also aligns with 21st century skills. 21st century skills are the essential skills needed to enter the workforce. These include community skills, critical thinking and problem-solving skills, information management skills, interpersonal skills, and personal skills. According to research, students are more likely to stay in school when they engage in experiences that connect school learning to the real world, and such experiences increase students' preparedness in colleges and careers. Field-based learning does do just that. Barbara Phillips of the University of Saskatchewan explains some more benefits.
To them, it's tremendous learning, and it's so applicable to exactly what they're going to do. And often they'll take what they've done for class to a job interview and say, I can do this. I've done this. But for the client, they get a lot of expertise that they can't afford, and that if our students in a year would be out there charging them for it, they couldn't do it. And so it works out win-win, I think, in the best case.
Field-based learning can be hugely rewarding, but it also involves careful preparation and flexibility. It requires strong community partnership. The teachers must network and collaborate with industry professionals who are willing to open their work environments to students. Teachers and professionals must work together to develop curriculum that links subject matter to the workplace. Teachers have several roles. They must prepare the students about what they will see and study via lecture, handout, or websites, and provide background information about the field site. They must encourage the students to engage with the site and the guides and visitors to truly immerse themselves in the experience. They must facilitate discussions on what they have observed, both while they are in the field and then once they're back in the classroom. And they must assess their learning through reflective journals, oral presentations, lab reports, or proposals. The student roles include completing the research before entering the field so that they know all of the background information about the place that they will be working. And they need to answer teacher-structured questions. While field-based learning is used in colleges in the forms of internships, student teaching, and field experiences, and it also has its place in high school education, how can it be used with elementary school students? Can it even be used with elementary school students? A local teacher is not a fan.
I do not believe that I will be able to find a place of business that wants my class of second graders running around there. I do not know what they would learn from such an experience.
But elementary students do go on field trips, and the kindergarten student I spoke to was correct in connecting field-based learning to field trips. While a business might not give a group of second graders free rein of their workplace, teachers can plan field trips that align with their curriculum, such as a visit to a news station after learning effective communication skills, or a visit to a working farm after talking about nutrition. It won't be the same long-term field-based learning that high schools and colleges are able to do, but it still gives students hands-on experience to connect what they have learned to what goes on in the real world. One high school teacher I spoke to is a big fan of field-based learning and has used it himself in his engineering classes that he teaches. He will explain the process that the students undertake and some of the difficulties that he has found in implementing field-based learning.
My name is James Wayne, and I am a high school engineering teacher. When I implement field-based learning, first I give my students some background information about the field. I put them in small groups to research the site and the different roles and jobs. They always enjoy working collaboratively. We may spend up to a week on research before we go into the field. We also discuss their objectives. What problems are they looking to solve? Once we are in the field, students must actively participate in order to solve the problem. They investigate, ask questions, offer suggestions, and we are constantly discussing their observations and findings. They always have some sort of assessment at the end, usually an oral presentation or some research findings. One hassle for me is finding willing businesses and organizing the logistics, transportation, meals, and sometimes lodging. But the students find it so rewarding, and they leave the site energized and excited.
Although field-based learning does have its disadvantages, such as the amount of preparation time required of the teacher and the difficulty in finding businesses that are willing to collaborate with teachers and students, its advantages far outweigh the disadvantages. The students learn how to connect these skills that they're learning in the classroom to the real world, which is such an important part of education, and as we've said, one of the 21st century skills that they need to know. And although it is difficult for elementary school students and middle and even some high school teachers and students to implement field-based learning, it can be done with help and with support from administration and local community and business owners. And it is definitely very much needed on a college level. So in conclusion, I believe that field-based learning definitely has its part in today's education. Thank you.